Hello everyone, welcome back to Engineering Space, where engineers break the border of engineering. Today's video we're gonna talk about designing geometry of three-story buildings and doing analysis using the GSI software. So this is the geometry of the building that we're gonna design. I just convert the grid and the elevation of the building that we're gonna design later on A-types as part of GSI software with specific on building design. As you can see here, we have several layers, and then let me just type here pen so we can move around it. So the gray color of lines, it is the cap dimension that support the structure or the upper structure of what building we're going to design, and the green one is equals to the beams and or simply the beams of the building. And then this model was imported from the previous file that was provided by the contractor and gotten approved by the consultant. So for the blue point here, so what is points mean, later it will be useful for us to assigning frame or loads. So let me go back to here, and as what I have explained to you. So after we try to define the geometry, as you see here, if I plug this section, so you're gonna see the beam, the name of the layer will equals to beam, and if I choose the point here, it will be equal to pile points, while later we're gonna import the pile that support the building, the cap, and of course the pile. And then after that, I think it was good enough to be exported and later be imported through a type software. So how we gonna use this model into our AutoCAD file? I just forget to explain to you that this model was converted into 3D models. So this is how the pile is gonna be looks like later. As you can see here, the layer was transformed, and then for this one it was be transformed to into the column layer, and also this section equal to beam layer. So after that, let's back to here again. If you want to have ability to edit it on A-types, we need to export the file into the DXF files. So how we do it? Simply just go to the corner of the application in AutoCAD and then go to Save As, and let me put it on the desktop. And simply here I have the AutoCAD drawing file, but we want to save it into the DXF, so let's choose here DXF, and then press save. As prompted on the window, the file already saved by the DXF file here. So all we need now, just close this one, say no, and then minimize, and then let me go back to here and choose the A-types. Once the window was appear, now simply go to File, Import, and then choose the XF file of 3D model. And after that, go to desktop, and you're gonna see three-story water building in the format of DXF file, and press here again, you're gonna see new window which contain the coordination system and the units. Let you use the G1 here, and then for file units let we choose millimeters, and then let's just select layers to be imported, the all layers, or I wanna focus on the shape layer and the points, and also this one. So for beam properties, as you can see here, we have option on this for steel frame design, but we're gonna choose everything about the beam properties to be imported, so that's why we need to import this one, lateral beam, and then we choose the column properties and floor properties, wall properties, and then with the global up direction it must be equals to Z, and then ignore the error with a margin in 25.4 millimeters, and then press OK. So new window will be appear again, which contain the story of the building with total 3 story and the base story, and then simply for merging stories automatically in 0.25 millimeters, meters. So just press OK here, and the system require us to save the file first, so let me save it as 3-story water building, and then just save it. As you can see here, we are facing the trouble because some part is not clearly imported, so we need to define it once again. So now, as you can see here, we have the option on these pictures. All we need just to transform the geometry into specific section properties as explained or stated on the construction drawing. So let me save it first. So after we have just finished the geometry here, we need to define several aspects. Let's go to the bottom of the section. Yes, maybe this section is the footer of the object. So the Z elevation equal to 0.0017 meters. So let me just plug it here, and as you can see in the 3D view, we got the position on this, which will be benefit us for every aspect later if you put the support here. So if I go down again, and then we see the minus 0.7430, which contain this section, and then if we go again, we got this section. All right, So after that, let me define the other section properties. Go to material properties as usual, and then let me add new material here equal to Indonesian standard, or maybe we're gonna use United States standard for this time. And then for ISTM A992, and then with grade 50, I think it will be good. And then let me just press and let type here as US ASTM standard, then press OK. So after that, let me define the section. As you can see here on the list that we just have the steel frame properties, so I think we need to import new properties for concrete and rectangular shape, right? Because you want to design this building using concrete design. Let we use ACE 15M, and then we use one of the ASTM standard that we just created, and then section shape will be equal to concrete rectangular, and we import this one. Let's press OK here. Or let me add new property, and then concrete design. Okay, we want to design the column that we're gonna use with code is inlet, and then with using materials here, and with the section dimensions will be equal to and let we go to modify and show rebar. We're gonna use longitudinal rebars equal to 20 millimeters. Sorry, for the cover equal to 30, and then okay, this will be good. Let's press OK. Let we modify this or add copy of this property, and then let we name it as C1 column 1 with dimension here 415 times by 415, and let me modify it. And the number for this section should be equal to 4, I think, and then this is 4 also. So let me just yeah, that's good, I think, and then press OK. So after that, I think we need also to add new property again for concrete again, and then this is for the tie beam, which will contain the dimension should be 500 times by 300. Which will be here should be 4, I think, and then let me try to design it by 4 again. And for the dimension of rebars, so I think it will be good if we use 18 maybe, or sorry, 16, and press OK here. So after that, let me just press OK, and yeah, we are set up. Now you're gonna press OK again, and don't forget to save it, right? So after that, let me define also autumn frame section. So all it that right now just to redefine the material that was converted here by automatically previously by check on this one, and then object statement should be insert frame cell, and then oh, one last thing, we need to define also the pile by circular. So let me define here in the frame section, add new property, concrete circular, and then we call it as pile. It should be contain 8 rebar, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So it was good, I think, but we need to check it first what kind of rebar they use. It should be 20, correct, and then the confidence bars should be 10. So just press OK here, and then with diameters should be 600 millimeters, and then press OK. So we have second file here, and then OK. As you can see in the column information, they assign with the one with the y14 times 19. So I think we need to change this into let me just copy it first. So we're gonna change it by selecting the properties and then frame sections, and then we filter it by what we pasted previously, and then we select it. So as you can see here in the 3D views, we just select everything, and then let me assign it with the other frame section properties equal to the second file. So now we just changing the second file here, and then as you can see here, everything just second file here. So after that, we need to also change this section which contain W24 times 94. W24 times 94, and we assign it with the other section that we just create previously with tie beam. So now Alright, let me close this one first. So I think because we got some trouble here, they're so too complicated if we define it again. Let me just find the other solution here by going to define section properties and slab section. We need to add the other one. We call this as slab 30 centimeters, and then I write it was correct, and then cell in correct with 300 millimeters slab. Alright, let me add the other one for footing or the cap footing, and then we choose this with the thickness is 800 millimeters. So press OK here, and then OK here. So yeah, after we define it correctly, let me just save it as ported for and then let me try to import the other ones by go to the here section, to the story wall building, and then as you can see here, we select everything. For beam properties, we choose the tie beam. Where is it? Yeah, this one. For the column properties, let me choose this one, and for the brace properties, let it auto, and then for properties should be slab 30 centimeter. And yeah, I think it was correct right now. Let me just press OK here, so it will prompt new window, save into the other section, and here we go, we got this one. If I go to 3D views, programming cell, and we gotta got this one. Alright, this good I think. Well, so far it was good enough, but we need also define the other section. Let me just put it again. Alright, so like for this section, we need to define it as the column 1, so it will not be second pile here. This also should be C1, and then so I think I need to define this section also quite similar like this, which equal to section property should be here, cap for footing, and then let me just press OK here, so it will be transformed later. Let me just select the property which contain take 1, just wait a minute. Let me go to shell, So yeah, let me go to this section again, and we're gonna try to drawing this section, I think, by put the shell here with material. So b equal to cap putting. Let me just go to this join, and also go to this join, and this join. So it will equal to that. So and then let me go to below section and transform this section also. By cap footing. So you can got it, and then need also to go to this section. Okay, so let me just put it here to here and to here and then to here. One last join, and then it will automatically edit. And then also this one. So we are all set now. We have everything done. We're doing every section, and then yeah, let me save it first. Let me try to define every section carefully right now by pressing from this section. So this is the bottom one. Let me go to this section. It will be the tie beam here. So let me just select every section here, and then here also, and then let me just assign here the frame into tie beam, so it will be equal to tie beam, correct. And then we go to the upper one. It was tie beam also, so this was correct. If we go to this section, so it'll be tie beam, tie beam, tie beam. Okay, but we need to redesign this one. So I think we need to define also for this foundation. Let me just wait a minute. It's all been a tie beam heading. Okay, let me just select and then define. It should be, so I think it should be isolated foundation here with the thickness in 500 millimeters. So just press OK here. So sorry. And then we draw it again by using this section. So yeah, we are all set now. Let we go to section and just press delete here. So we are all set now, and then let me check this first. Okay, it should be same as what we want, tie beam here. So let me go again, and we got the bottom one. Once again, let me just erase every corner because there's a mistake in here that the system can rate it as the beam. Otherwise it should be the cap beam when cap pile and no need for beam in the section. So let me just delete section so it will be pure the slab and the floating items here. It was correct, this one, except this one. Alright. So yeah, so far so good. And if we go further again, let me go to this section, the last one, this one. Alright, so we are all set now. So our geometry was correct, right? And all you need just now to try to run it, and the geometry already to be executed in the analysis process. Let me just 7. I think it's enough. We're gonna go back again to defining and doing analysis on what geometry we have done. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.